The latest original game from Bandai Namco aims high. Scarlet Nexus is a sword-wielding action RPG combination wrapped in an epic story that seems to explore a new high-concept sci-fi idea with each chapter. Time travel, neural implants, authoritarian governments, and the fundamental topic of consciousness are all there. A persona-like connection system, an interconnected network of psychic powers, and a lot of amazing customization options. It's amazing how close they came to getting it all off at once. Scarlet Nexus is set up in a fictional country by the name of New Himuka, which is overrun by terrifying creatures known as Others. The Extinction Belt in space is the place from where creatures fall from the sky. Society has discovered a psionic hormone in the human brain that enables people to develop supernatural abilities, like cryokinesis and air manipulation. Psionics are humans with these abilities who are scouted and recruited by the Other Suppression Force, or OSF. Yuito Suaragi and Kasane Randall are the two protagonists you can choose from. Both Yuito and Kasane join the OSF as fresh recruits and are assigned to two separate platoons, each with their own squad mates and leaders. Their journeys stretch out from there, allowing each character to see one side of a thick and complicated plot full of conspiracies, ulterior agendas, and unexpected twists. Yuito is a swordsman who excels in close combat, therefore stealing Luca's teleportation ability allows him to quickly close the distance between himself and an attacker. Using Yuito's psionics or control power, you can even teleport away from the enemy and battle from afar. Because Yuito will be fighting up close and personal, he can use Gemma's sclerokinesis to negate all damage and knockback, letting him to do as much damage as possible without being interrupted. You can only borrow one SAS power at a time at first, but you'll soon be able to activate multiple at once. Kasane, on the other hand, is a knife-wielding mid-range combatant. While both characters may use their psionics powers to hurl items such as vehicles and street posts, Kasane appears to have the upper hand here because she can use Kyoka's duplication power to duplicate and increase the quantity of objects flung. Kasane can also use Arashi's hypervelocity power to slow down time or Kagero's invisibility to flee and reposition herself if foes get too close. Bandai Namco does an excellent job of presenting issues in one character's playthrough and then answering them in another by offering additional context that better explains what led to certain events in some very rewarding payoffs. While the main story is excellent, what truly distinguishes Scarlet Nexus is the attention paid to the development of the game's enormous supporting cast of 8 individuals that join Yuito and Kasane's groups. After most major missions, you'll be returned to your hideout for a standby phase, during which you'll be able to talk to your teammates, give them gifts, and trigger bond episodes, which allow you to improve your connection level with each of them. Fans of the Mass Effect or Persona series will be familiar with this concept, but what's unique about the way it's handled in Scarlet Nexus is that the bond episodes are frequently tied to what's going on in the main story. The exchanges in these bond episodes might be tense at times, but the essential point is that you always learn something new about the character and why they act the way they do, or something that clarifies the acts they just committed in the main story. Despite the fact that the majority of the characters in Scarlet Nexus are anime cliches, these bond episodes do an excellent job of developing the characters to the point where they become more than just characters. You can increase your link with a party member to increase their unique abilities and give them more chances to assist you in combat. That's a fantastic little motivation, and it also fits with the sense that your bonds with these characters are strengthening. There are lots of lore bombs hidden in each of those stages. This is similar to many other games that have employed this approach. Whatever viewpoint you select, you'll begin by following orders and cleaning out swarms of others on the borders of human civilization, until the plot takes a darker, increasingly cryptic turn. On a level-by-level basis, you will complete this investigation. Yes, Yuito and Kasane can wander the map in search of forgotten passages and side missions, But the most of your time in Scarlet Nexus will be spent zoning into a location, killing tons of bad dudes, and appreciating the grave cutscenes that break up the set pieces. This isn't an issue because Namco has created a fantastic battle system. Both protagonists are psychokinetic, and holding the right trigger will send whatever debris in nearby launching in the direction of an enemy's face. When you combine this with your other attacking powers, you've got an elementally satisfying blend of acrobatics and savagery that equals Ninja Gaiden, God of War, or any other classic. Scarlet Nexus doesn't quite match the level of skill demonstrated by genuine Bayonetta veterans. There aren't many combinations to memorize or weaponry to master, but it's flamboyant enough to keep you entertained until the end. Both protagonists also have access to small bands of other psychic teenagers along the route. Those accomplices aren't directly controlled, and they only inflict minor damage in the grand scheme of things, but they play an important role. The group possesses a wide range of supernatural abilities. Some are sclerokinetic, which gives invulnerability, and electrokinetic, which gives clairvoyance, and the player can use them at any time. However, we wish Scarlet Nexus had done a better job in diversifying some of those adventures. The plot beats are uniformly focused on a slow examination of the various injustices that come with being a high school-aged super soldier. And you're nearly always hanging out with your pals at the same restaurant. The majority of these engagements are used to add an extra layer of exposition that the developers couldn't fit into the main plot. The similar problem may be found in the rest of Scarlet Nexus' trimmings. It would not be wrong to say that Scarlet Nexus is a large game that has been crammed into a short space. Scarlet Nexus's overworld, which is brilliantly portrayed in fine-line anime cartooning, is the same. Across the board, the music is amazing. Unfortunately, the city center is only a few blocks away, and the game's urge to repeat previous level layouts for new objectives is grating. The side quests are particularly amusing, as you talk to a random stranger on the street and they tell you to go murder another archetype in a certain way, and you'll get nothing more than a health potion as a reward for that. But these aren't big problems in an otherwise brilliant game. All in all, Bandai Namco Studios has created a promising and enjoyable game. With a decent storyline and enjoyable gameplay, it has a strong foundation as a possible future franchise. It features a diverse cast of characters and a wide range of gameplay techniques. Following a thorough review of both Scarlet Nexus' narratives, we believe it has the potential to be a surprise smash for lovers of the genre this year.